ओके, गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स, कैसे हैं आप लोग? तो टुडे वी आर स्टार्टिंग द टॉपिक ऑफ पॉलिटी विच इज प्रिसाइडिंग ऑफिसर्स। थोड़ा सा बेसिक के बारे में बात करते हैं। एज वी नो, आवर पार्लियामेंट कंसिस्ट ऑफ, हमारा पार्लियामेंट का जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स है उसमें हम लोग अगर देखें तो हमारे पास देयर इज वन लोकसभा, देयर इज वन राज्यसभा एंड देयर इज वन प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया। अभी हम लोग प्रेसिडेंट को अभी साइड में रखते हैं, पहले लोकसभा और राज्यसभा की बात करते हैं। As we know, Lok Sabha is also known as lower house and Rajya Sabha is known as upper house. Now we are talking about the presiding officers of these houses. What do you mean by presiding officers? हमने सुना कि speaker is the presiding officer of the Lok Sabha. Vice chairperson is the presiding officer of the Rajya Sabha. So what do you mean by this? हमारे पास प्रिसाइडिंग ऑफिसर में जब हमारे पास लोकसभा है, दैट इज बीइंग प्रिसाइडेड बाय स्पीकर, एंड हमारे पास जो राज्यसभा है दैट इज बीइंग प्रिसाइडेड बाय वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, और आई शुड से चेयरपर्सन ऑफ राज्यसभा। ये तो एक बेसिक सा नोशन हो गया कि हाँ, हमको पता है लोकसभा में देयर इज स्पीकर हेडिंग द प्रिसाइडिंग द हाउस एंड देयर इज वाइस प्रेसिडेंट प्रिसाइडिंग द राज्यसभा। But what does it actually mean to have the presiding officers in the house? Look, everyone obviously which is preparing for civil services have been to school. तो आपकी क्लास में there were monitors. अभी monitors जब हमारे पास थे, what was their basic work? To maintain discipline in the house. होता था ना कि कोई शोर नहीं करेगा, otherwise I will call the teacher, या फिर कोई शरारत करता था तो ऑब्वियसली देयर वर कंप्लेंट्स. So same thing happens inside the house through the presiding officers. They are nothing but the monitors of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. They can initiate disciplinary proceedings against the members who are not working according to the ethos of our constitution, our rules of the parliament, our parliamentary conventions, and other ethical and moral principles. The same functions that used to be performed by the monitors of the class are being performed by the Lok Sabha Speaker and Rajya Sabha Vice President. Is it clear till now? Okay. अभी हम लोग बात करते हैं every presiding officer. I am writing PO for presiding officer except Vice President of India is a member of the house. Is a member of the house. This is the what I should say, application of a democratic mandate. I have written down a statement: every presiding officer except the Vice President of India is a member of the house. This is nothing but the application of democratic mandate. Now another term comes. What do you mean by democratic mandate? अगर हम लोग बात करते हैं डेमोक्रेटिक मैंडेट की, it is nothing but the application of democratic principles inside the house. As we know, India is a democratic polity. Every constituency elects a leader to represent their rights, to represent their views inside the house of the parliament. So the same thing happens when these members reach the Lok Sabha or the Rajya Sabha. They need to work according to the ethos of democratic polity. Is it clear till now? अभी हमने यहां तक डिस्कस किया प्रिसाइडिंग ऑफिसर्स which was speaker in case of Lok Sabha, which was vice president or chairperson in case of Rajya Sabha, we have written down every presiding officers except vice president of India is a member of the house, which was nothing but the application of democratic mandate. इतना clear है? Now, as we know, our India is a federal polity in nature. अभी एक सवाल उठता है, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय फेडरल पॉलिटी? क्या मतलब होता है फेडरल पॉलिटी का? फेडरल पॉलिटी मीन्स वी हैविंग टू लेवल्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट, हैविंग टू लेवल्स ऑफ एग्जीक्यूटिव और आई शुड से गवर्नमेंट. क्लियर है इतना? जैसे हमारे पास ऑल इंडिया लेवल पे लोकसभा एंड राज्यसभा है, सिमिलरली एट द स्टेट्स लेवल वी हैव स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली and in some states there are state legislative council. This is known as Vidhan Sabha and this is known as Vidhan Parishad. कुछ हाउसेस हमारे स्टेट्स के बाई कैमरल है. आई थिंक दिस इज अ स्टैटिक क्वेश्चन एंड यू मस्ट नो कि कितने स्टेट्स के लेजिस्लेचर बाई कैमरल है. तो फेडरल पॉलिटी के हिसाब से हमारे पास एट द यूनियन लेवल वी हैव लोकसभा एंड राज्यसभा, and at the state level we have state legislative assembly and state legislative council. इतना क्लियर है? तो हमने डिस्कस किया कि लोकसभा और राज्यसभा they are having speaker and deputy speaker. Similarly, Rajya Sabha is having chairperson and vice chairperson. Similarly, state legislative assembly will have a speaker and a deputy speaker. Similarly, state legislative council will have chairperson and vice chairperson. इतना क्लियर है? इंडिया के बारे में बात करी, फेडरल पॉलिटी इन नेचर. There are too many principles of the constitution which is valid on the Indian scenario of polity. जैसे कि फेडरल है, judiciary is independent, judiciary is integrated, we have a bicameral legislature at the union level. So these are nothing but the application of constitution in the working of Indian political machinery. इतना क्लियर है? ठीक है. अब हम अपने लेक्चर में प्रिसाइडिंग ऑफिसर्स की तरफ वापस आते हैं. And we are going to see how they are elected, how they are removed, or we will see if they have any special powers available to them. ठीक है, स्टार्ट करते हैं. सबसे पहले हम लोकसभा के स्पीकर एंड डिप्टी स्पीकर के बारे में बात करते हैं. Here we are writing election procedure, here we are writing removal procedure, and here we will see if there is any special power available to them. ठीक है. What is the process for election of speaker of Lok Sabha? यहां पे हम लोग मेजोरिटी की बात करेंगे. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha is elected through the application of simple majority. Through the application of simple majority. अभी यहाँ पे too many students are confused कि sir what do you mean by simple majority? What do you mean by absolute majority? What do you mean by effective majority? And the last one special majority. थोड़ा हम लोग ब्रीफ में देख लेते हैं कि हर मेजोरिटी का सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है एंड हाउ दिस इज कैलकुलेटेड. सो मेजोरिटी एंड इट्स टाइप्स. वन इज स्पेशल, वन इज सिंपल, वन इज इफेक्टिव एंड वन इज एब्सोल्यूट. तो लाइफ की शुरुआत हमेशा सिंपल चीज़ों से ही करनी चाहिए. तो पहले हम लोग बात करते हैं सिंपल मेजोरिटी की. इसके लिए मैं एक न्यूमेरिकल एग्जांपल लेता हूं। सपोज देयर इज अ हाउस जिसका टोटल मेंबरशिप इज 540। हमने एक हाउस का एग्जांपल लिया जिसका टोटल मेंबरशिप कितना है 540। सपोज एनी डे देयर वर 10 वैकेंसीज। व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय वैकेंसीज? दैट दीज मेंबर्स will not be in the house for entire term of the house. How a vacancy is generated? Either there has been a death, of the sitting parliamentarian, or he might be disqualified. Disqualification has been in the news for the past few days and you must be knowing the reason for that disqualification. So there can be a death in the house, there can be a disqualification in the house, or a sitting member of the legislature can give his resignation to the presiding officer of the house. So there are three modes in which a vacancy can be created. First one is death, second one is disqualification, and third one is resignation. Disqualification के बहुत सारे methods हैं. Some values come from the Representation of Pupils Act. Some are the constitutional principles. अगर वो आप fulfill नहीं करते हैं, that you are bound to be disqualified. तो यहाँ हमने vacancies की बात करी. That means 540 was the total membership of the house or total strength of the house. There were 10 vacancies. तो अभी हमारे पास members कितने बचे? 530. Now this value 540 is the total strength and 530 is known as the effective strength. So यहाँ पे we got to know a point that the effective strength comes from deducting the number of vacancies from the total strength of the house. Is it clear? Let me rephrase it again. The word effective strength comes from deducting the number of vacancies from the total strength of the house. तो यहाँ पे 540 we got as the total membership. We got 540 minus 10 equal to 530 as the effective strength. Is it clear till now? 540 was the total membership, 540 minus 10 was the effective strength. इतना clear है? अब on any working day of the parliament, or I should say Lok Sabha, there were 20 members who were temporarily absent from the house. Either they could be on leave or they could be barred from the house by the presiding officers. So let us say on any working day there were 20 members who were absent. So how many members were present? 530 minus 20 equal to 510. This is the number of parliamentarians or the members of the house who were inside the house on any working day of that house. क्लियर है यहां तक का? तो अब हम लोग आते हैं अपनी मेजोरिटीज के ऊपर. सबसे पहले वी हैव सिंपल मेजोरिटी. Simple majority is nothing but the majority of members present and voting. Present and voting. दो वर्ड्स को ध्यान से रखना. Majority members of the present and voting. They should be present and they should be voting. अभी हमने नंबर डिस्कस किया. कैन यू टेल मी इनमें से कौन सा नंबर इज रिप्रेजेंटिंग द नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स हु आर प्रेजेंट एंड वोटिंग? तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास 510 नंबर ऑफ मेंबर्स आर प्रेजेंट एंड वोटिंग. अभी 510 का जो मेंबरशिप होगा सिंपल मेजोरिटी हमारे पास होगा, कितना होगा 510 का? 255. यानी we need to have a majority of 255 plus 1 to have something passed in the house. कोई भी मोशन चाहिए अपने को जो सिंपल मेजोरिटी से अगर पास कराना है, then it should have the support of 255 plus 1, that means 256 members to have it passed through the house. कितना clear है? Now let us come to second kind of majority, which is effective majority. Now effective majority comes from the word effective strength. And what was effective strength? एक बार और बताइए, what was effective strength? Effective strength was nothing but the total membership, and deducting the number of vacancies, we will get effective strength. So effective strength of the parliament or the house is majority of effective strength. Majority of effective strength. And what is effective strength in this case? That was 530. अभी हमने लिखा 530. And what is the half of 530? 265. 265 ही होता है ना, ठीक है, 265 प्लस 1. तो किसी भी मोशन को अगर हमको पास कराना है थ्रू इफेक्टिव मेजोरिटी, देन इट शुड हैव द सपोर्ट ऑफ 265 प्लस 1, दैट इज 266 मेंबर्स. इतना डिफरेंस समझ आया? We have discussed simple majority, we have discussed effective majority. Now we will discuss absolute majority. As the number as the word signifies, absolute का मतलब क्या होता है कि जितना भी membership है, we need to include them all. तो absolute majority is nothing but, इसको हटा देते हैं. Absolute majority is nothing but majority of the total strength of the house. Majority of the total strength of the house. Majority of the total strength of the house. What was the total strength when we started studying about the majorities of the house? We said कि हमारे पास टोटल मेंबरशिप जो है वो 540 है, जिसमें से 10 हमारे पास वैकेंसीज थी और 20 पीपल वर एब्सेंट फ्रॉम दैट वर्किंग डे इनसाइड द लेजिस्लेचर. तो यहाँ पे वी हैव इफेक्टिव टोटल स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ 540. 540 इज द टोटल स्ट्रेंथ. इसका जो हाफ होगा वो कितना होगा? 270. यानी 270 प्लस 1 मेंबर्स का सपोर्ट हम लोग को चाहिए टू हैव समथिंग पास्ड इन द फ्लोर ऑफ द हाउस. आई थिंक इतना हमने कवर किया. इट शुड बी क्लियर टिल नाउ. एक बार और हम लोग इसको रिवाइज कर लेते हैं. सबसे पहले हमारे पास था सिंपल मेजोरिटी, विच इज नथिंग बट द मेजोरिटी ऑफ मेंबर्स प्रेजेंट एंड वोटिंग. देन वी हैव इफेक्टिव मेजोरिटी, विच इज नथिंग बट द मेजोरिटी ऑफ इफेक्टिव स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द हाउस. एंड व्हाट वाज इफेक्टिव स्ट्रेंथ? इफेक्टिव स्ट्रेंथ वाज नथिंग बट द total strength of the house minus the number of vacancies we had. And what was the number of vacancies? Here it was 10. And what were the reasons of vacancies being created? It can be due to a death, it can be due to a disqualification, or it can be due to a tendering of the resignation to the presiding officer of the house by a sitting member. Itna clear hai? Okay. Now we are left with the last kind of majority, which is special majority. So special majority is nothing but 2/3 of the members, 2/3 of members present and voting plus majority of the total membership of the house. Majority of the total membership of the house. So we have special majority as the 2/3 members present and voting and majority of the total membership of the house. So what is the majority of total membership of the house? We have already written here 270 plus 1. Total membership of the house कितना होगा majority में? 270 plus 1. First हमारे पास क्या है? 2/3 of the members present and voting. यानी we need to consider 2/3 of that number of members which are in the house and they are allowed to vote in the house. You need to have some kind of differentiation between the members present and the number of members who have been present and they are being allowed to vote in the floor of the house. ठीक है, तो यहां पे हमारे पास सपोज देयर वर 510 मेंबर्स हु वर प्रेजेंट एंड दे वर अलाउड टू वोट, तो इसका 2/3 कितना होगा 510 का 2/3 ऑफ 510 170 यानी कितना 340. So we have a majority of 340 plus 1. As soon as the bill or the motion or whatever legislative business crosses both these number yani 271 and 341, then we will consider the motion to be passed through the mechanism of special majority. Is it clear till now? We discussed the major kinds of majority being used in the Indian legislature. So let us come back to our main topic, which was presiding officers and their election, their removal, and if they had any kind of special power available to them. All right. So first we have Lok Sabha Speaker and Lok Sabha Deputy Speaker. They are being elected through the mechanism of simple majority. अभी हमने स्टडी किया व्हाट वाज सिंपल मेजोरिटी, majority of the members present and voting. Okay, and one more important thing, that the only house, only Lok Sabha which is being presided over by the speaker and deputy speaker in absence of his speaker will be participating in the election of speaker and deputy speaker. Simple words में हम लोग बोले स्पीकर और डिप्टी स्पीकर के इलेक्शन में ओनली लोकसभा मेंबर्स विल बी पार्टिसिपेटिंग थ्रू द मैकेनिज्म ऑफ सिंपल मेजॉरिटी. इतना क्लियर है? देन वी हैव स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली, सेम मैकेनिज्म, स्पीकर एंड डिप्टी स्पीकर, एंड दे आर बीइंग इलेक्टेड थ्रू द लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली थ्रू सिंपल मेजॉरिटी. ठीक है, लोकसभा का स्पीकर, लोकसभा का डिप्टी स्पीकर, लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली के स्पीकर, लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली के डिप्टी स्पीकर, all are being elected through the mechanism of simple majority. Now let us come to Rajya Sabha, which is being headed by the chairperson, or I should say Vice President of India. Now many times students are a bit confused about the chairperson of Rajya Sabha, about the chairperson of the Rajya Sabha and the Vice President of India. Thank you. About the chairperson of Rajya Sabha and the Vice President of India. You need to understand they are nothing but conjoint offices. Chairperson of Rajya Sabha and the Vice President of India, they are nothing but conjoint offices. Or in simple terms, I can say ex officio. Ex officio. By the virtue of the office of. What do you mean by ex officio? Suppose you are holding any office and the power or responsibility of any other office comes due to you being holding the first office is known as ex officio. इसका एक एग्जांपल देता हूं. Suppose we have the Speaker of Lok Sabha and Speaker of Lok Sabha is having a special, I should say, privilege. As soon as he or she becomes the member of any parliamentary committee, then the speaker becomes the head of that committee. मतलब समझ आया? Ex officio का मतलब क्या हुआ यहाँ पे? By the virtue of office of. हमारे पास स्पीकर है, as soon as speaker becomes elected to any parliamentary committee, then the speaker becomes the head of that committee. This is nothing but the example of ex officio. इतना क्लियर है? So chairperson of Rajya Sabha and the vice president of India are conjoint offices, or I should say the ex officio chairperson of Rajya Sabha is the vice president of India. Clear है इतना? ठीक है. So when you are electing the chairperson of Rajya Sabha, that means you are electing the vice president of India. When you are removing the chairperson of Rajya Sabha, you are removing the vice president of India. When the chairperson of Rajya Sabha is working as the president of India, what did I just say? When the chairperson of Rajya Sabha is working as the president of India, then we should say the vice president of India is also working as the president of India. इतना क्लियर है? तो हम आते हैं फिर से राज्यसभा के चेयरपर्सन के इलेक्शन पे, दैट मींस वाइस प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शंस. वन ऑफ द मोस्ट फेवरेट टॉपिक्स ऑफ यूपीएससी, आई मस्ट से, कि every alternative year they are asking questions about the elections of the president, the elections of the speaker, the elections of the vice president of India. We will discuss in a separate class some of the important topics that UPSC is asking questions on that topic almost every alternate year. We need to have some kind of knowledge of those topics. ठीक है? Rajya Sabha chairperson and vice president is elected through simple majority. But here is the major difference. अभी हमने पढ़ा था लोकसभा के स्पीकर, डिप्टी स्पीकर, स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली के स्पीकर, डिप्टी स्पीकर के इलेक्शन में ओनली द रेस्पेक्टिव हाउस विल पार्टिसिपेट. यानी स्पीकर के इलेक्शन में ओनली लोकसभा विल बी पार्टिसिपेटिंग, स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली के स्पीकर के इलेक्शन में ओनली स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली विल बी पार्टिसिपेटिंग. बट in the election of vice president of India, both the houses will be participating. Both the houses will be participating. That means in the election of vice president of India, both the Lok Sabha and both the Rajya Sabha will be participating. Is it clear till now? ठीक है. इलेक्शंस हम लोग ने डिस्कस किया. सिंपल मेजोरिटी ऑफ लोक सभा फॉर द इलेक्शन ऑफ स्पीकर, simple majority of legislative assembly of state for the election of speaker of the state legislature, and simple majority of both the houses Lok Sabha plus Rajya Sabha in election of chairperson of Rajya Sabha, or I should say vice president of India. इतना क्लियर है? बट यहां पे वन इंपॉर्टेंट डिफरेंस कि whenever the vice presidential election takes place, both the elected and nominated members participate in the elections. In the vice presidential election, both the elected, both the nominated members of both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha will be participating in the election. But in the presidential election, only the elected members of the house participate. क्या मतलब हुआ इसका? वाइस प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शन में इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स और नॉमिनेटेड मेंबर्स विल पार्टिसिपेट, बट इन द प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शन ओनली द इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स विल पार्टिसिपेट, nominated members will not participate. This is the most important difference between the presidential election and the vice presidential election. एक और डिफरेंस है, स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली भी पार्टिसिपेट करती है प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शन में, बट वी आर नॉट कंसीडरिंग दैट पॉइंट हियर. सो द क्वेश्चन मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स आस्क, सर व्हाई द नॉमिनेटेड मेंबर्स आर पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन वाइस प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शन बट दे आर नॉट पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शन. So you need to understand, vice president is like the monitor of the house. हमने स्टार्टिंग में पढ़ाया था लेक्चर के कि they act as the monitors of the class which we had in our schools. So the function of the vice president is to regulate the business of the house. Any kind of motion, any kind of resolution must be passed in the house under the supervision of vice president. Now at the floor of the house, every member is equal. There is no differentiation between an elected member or a nominated member. As soon as the nominated member gets inside the house, he is equal to the elected member in almost all the aspects. A bill can be introduced by an elected member or a nominated member on equal basis. So vice president will have to regulate the working of the Rajya Sabha. That's why the nominated members are being taking part in the election of the vice president. I think it is clear till now. Let us come back to our previous slide. यहाँ पे हमने बात किया both the houses लोकसभा राज्यसभा and both elected and nominated. ये difference is important and keep this in mind while solving the question of vice president of India. Now let us come to their removal. Speaker and deputy speaker are removed through effective majority of the Lok Sabha. Effective majority of the Lok Sabha. We just studied what do we mean by effective majority? Majority of effective strength. And what was effective strength in this case? It was 530. यानी majority हमको कितना चाहिए स्पीकर के रिमूवल में? 530/2 plus 1. This is the majority required in the removal of the speaker. The same process is being followed in the state legislative assembly, where it would be requiring an effective majority for the removal of the deputy speaker or the speaker. Now here comes the removal of chairperson of Rajya Sabha or the impeachment. Focus on the word impeachment of the vice president of India. इसको सेपरेट स्लाइड में डिस्कस करते हैं. तो रिमूवल ऑफ चेयरपर्सन और impeachment of vice president is done through both the houses. यहाँ पे एक और डिफरेंस आया. As the election of vice president of India was being taken through both the houses, similarly their removal both the houses are being used. क्या मतलब हुआ इसका? हमारे को रिमूव करना है चेयरपर्सन ऑफ राज्यसभा. That means in first step, Rajya Sabha will pass a removal motion of Vice President of India through effective majority. Obviously, Vice President is there to regulate the business of Rajya Sabha. That means Rajya Sabha should have first power to initiate the process for removal of chairperson, or I should say impeachment of the Vice President of India. So Rajya Sabha started this removal motion through an effective majority. After this step, this removal motion goes back to Lok Sabha, where it passes it through simple majority. So the thing is, in the removal of Vice President of India or the chairperson of Rajya Sabha, both the houses will be participating. The motion will initiate in the Rajya Sabha and it will be passed through the mechanism of effective majority. Then this passed motion will be transferred to the second house or the lower house, which is nothing but Lok Sabha. अब यहाँ पे लोक सभा will pass this motion through the mechanism of simple majority, and after this the chairperson of Rajya Sabha, or I should say the Vice President of India, stands impeached. Is it clear? Rajya Sabha will be starting the removal process with effective majority. यहाँ से पास होने के बाद the removal motion will be transferred to Lok Sabha, which will be passing it through the mechanism of simple majority. If both of these majorities take place, then the Vice President of India or the chairperson of Rajya Sabha stands removed. Is it clear? ठीक है, यहाँ पे हम लोग ने डिस्कस किया रिमूवल. बोथ द हाउसेज विल पार्टिसिपेट, राज्यसभा थ्रू इफेक्टिव मेजोरिटी एंड लोकसभा थ्रू सिंपल majority. Is it clear? We have discussed election of Speaker of Lok Sabha, election of Speaker of State Legislative Assembly and Chairperson of Rajya Sabha. We have discussed their removal simultaneously. Now we will discuss if they hold any kind of special power. Any kind of special power. सबसे पहले we discuss the special power of Lok Sabha Speaker. Do you know any kind of special power being held by the Speaker of Lok Sabha? Have you come to any reference? So, one of the most important special power of Speaker of Lok Sabha is the certifying of a bill. Certifying of a bill, whether it is a money bill or not. Clear? Only the Speaker can certify a bill as a money bill. Only the Speaker has the power to certify a bill, a ordinary bill or any other kind of bill to be passed to the second house as the money bill. And what is the advantage, or I should say advantage of being certifying the bill as a money bill? You know, with respect to money bill, the second house, the Rajya Sabha, have very restrictive powers. It cannot amend it. Basically, it cannot do nothing with the money bill. Rajya Sabha cannot do anything with the money bill. It must be passed through the second house within 14 days. Is it clear? So only the Speaker can certify a bill as a money bill. Second most important special power of the Speaker is head of any parliamentary committee. Is it clear till now? Okay, we need to end this lecture at this point. Here we have discussed the elections, the removal and the special powers of the presiding officers of almost all the houses that are being working on Indian federal polity. State Legislative Assembly we have discussed, Deputy Speaker of Lok Sabha we have discussed, Chairperson of Rajya Sabha and Vice President of India we have discussed. Their removal is also discussed. Their special power is also discussed. I think it must be clear to you how they are being followed, how the procedures are being followed, how the majorities inside the house are being taken place. Okay, thank you very much.